We take it. We're probably going to Ancient. And the prospect of 2-0 raises its head.
Simple. और भाई NPL 3 KD. Bit का 3 KD. अरे भाई Perfecto का 2 KD.
Talking about heads as well, they could be knocked off. Like Project X, heads will roll if you go running towards middle right now. Twists and Rocks need to hit their shots. They only are good for one. Is NPL. God damn, a Goliath with the Glock as he pops off for the first two, and now they're just roaming in to leave them all black and blue. It's going back to the Faze clan side, and now we're left with just one man left, Perfecto, with 50 seconds on the clock, flicking left and right, trying to see if he can knock him out with the good night hit. Has the Molotov to buy time, but it's not going to be good for him. He does at least hit the first, all on Carrigan. Brains in the operation, trapped in the back of it. Perfecto being punished, but he hits it, and that is perfection put together so precisely. It's not even dicey, it's clean at the end.
He's a clutcher, we know him, we love him. He's always good for it.
Dude, I mean, I tell you what, the thing that's wild there, though, is, you know, that's like two fantastic clutches in their own right. Carrigan often great in those moments, right? When you put him in a 1v1, when you need him to step up. And so the fact that, you know, Perfecto doesn't just best him, but bests Rain along the way, right? Two of the kind of old school players of the Faze squad. That is a real feel-good moment for Navi. And now that they've won this T-side pistol, this game, it should be theirs if they can get past the force by this first map should be as good as done. Might be easier said than done with Rain landing a dig like that. However, it's quickly equalized by Perfecto. And Rain is still feeling that pressure to try and make a play. He's hanging around behind the car trying to stop any banana aggression. There's even a rotate out of Faze. They've left just one man inside of A. Robs is going to have to do the heavy lifting all alone.
Surely too much for one man at this range. Going to run out of ammo quickly. Bit will just eviscerate him as his teammate flies into the pit. Perfect setup for Navi. Got a moto smoke with a cheeky lineup. Site cleared and plant the pit and the Valk. So Faze save what little remains in these SMGs. And Navi are up to 14, folks. I mean, I know Carrigan said it wasn't life or death in that pre-game interview, but we still wanted a little more from Faze in this game. Look at this shot from Rain. Oh, it looked like he was behind the wall already. You don't hit that online, I'll tell you that.
That is so grotesque.
Damn. 14-3. On a map Faze haven't lost since World Finals against G2.
So damn good, we get it again.
The last time Faze lost a game this dominantly was to Navi, on this map rather, 16-1, which was mid last year at Spring Final. Doesn't happen every day, but Navi seem to be the ones to deliver the goods. Roki on a scout, nothing to lose here, but can't re-peek forever. Well, maybe he can. Oh my god, they're just holding nades. No one's covering electronic. His arm's up for grabs as well. Roki hits 2 tags down middle. I mean, Faze have rebought again.
Yeah, they've just gone for the Hail Mary, right? Like, when you look at it, you know, you're 315 down, and that would be when your buy comes in. I kind of understand the idea of just wanting to try and force as many buy rounds through the pipeline as possible.
Roki keeps hitting.
Yeah, he's done good damage with this scout, and actually that does make this round a little trickier, right? With all these SMGs and Famis's, Deagles in play around that scout. Not going to take as much to finish off 2 of these players on the Navi side.
Sabhi aggressive hai, banana pe aggressive, side pe aggressive.
Simple. Looking into top mid, has NPL alongside
these two, playing a little buddy system
together in this A site hold in the first half. Now, how the turns have tabled, they're going to look to be the ones breaking it apart, perhaps. They get smoked off in top mid, they don't like what they see there, so they go back and try to give this banana side a bit of a look in. Molly on the logs, Carrigan will get checked manual mode, but gets out with a kill, a bit of help from Rain, mows down another. This Eagle provides. Rain still has an MP9 in the back pocket as the sidearm jumping around. Look at him go. Rain's on their parade. Banana's locked down.
Furniture flipper in Banana. He's just going for jump shots there. Yeah, that's one way to do it. The deep banana take, and then Rain just ripping him apart with the MP9. After hitting that jump shot the previous round, and now being the guy in the air. He's done it on both sides. Smooth shooting from Rain in a messy situation, 14-4, but Navi can brush it off. And that was why the buy was worth the risk for Faze.
Comeback हो रहा है क्या?
I can't, dude. You're not meant to spend this much time in the air, Rain.
Oh, where else do you think Rain comes from? It'll hit the ground eventually. Gonna pop Carrigan back into B.
You can retake without a molly.
If they boost on logs, he'll see them, but they're gonna walk through the smoke, and his gun barrel might block him. Does he have CL left hand 1, or right hand 0? I mean, Carrigan at least goes 1 for 1. Rain in front of the smoke, and they line up for him. Lots of damage to Simple, who even spams back a couple of shots. Robs starts MPL, doing what he does best, lurking out of apps, and Simple surely one bridge too far.
Yeah, I love Robs' positioning on this one. Wins that fight into the apartments, and he's actually leapt up there and taken the space just to safeguard the round. Even if Simple won that fight there, there's not really a world where he can do anything about Robs' position. So a very, very safe way to play it for FaZe. Starting to find a couple here. Late activation, very, very late, right? Like right at closing time, in fact. But stranger things have happened. 5-14. An eco looming for Navi, so a 6th should be as good as done.
But you know, one of the there as well, seeing the ADR, man, just NPL so far ahead of everyone else, and then only Rain to actually have anything to really show for FaZe.
Well, so, you know, in a lot of the kind of hot streaks for FaZe, Rain's actually had like some fantastic tournaments. I mean, like back at Antwerp, I think is a great example of that. You know, he played phenomenally well, did Rain. So at least having him switched on is a good sign for FaZe.
That came at the right time as well, right? Off the back of the Katowice with JKS. People out for Rain's head. Proves them all wrong again. Is easily dealt with. Minimizing casualties, I say that until Electronic pulls up with a Glock and gets far more than we bargained for. 2.5.
Yeah, he almost put Brokey down. Man, dude, that would have been wild.
If he took Brokey down, that'd be the best Glock round ever on an eco.
Oh, dude, he's such a gangster. Even he's giving it a little smile.
Yeah. It's a valuable bit of damage. Oh, double up. I love this. Robs is pulling out the orb. Don't see this every day. Brokey's going to send his down mid. Robs as well on the A side. Faze's grenades land well. Robs aggressive in apartments, hits his tag, gets out scot-free.
I'm glad we're seeing, you know, Carrigan and Brokey trade places in this one. Double or pay hold. Looks to fold away. Brokey gets set up with his AWP at Banana because Rain was holding this from the half wall, right? And this is very, very powerful. Eventually, what can happen if Brokey feels content is Rain can just leave, and then that's going to allow last lean over towards A. But now he's going to hang around. There's still plenty of time left. You haven't really picked up any hints that are suggesting that Navi are giving this A site a look in. One place that you found a bit of damage was into the apartment, so you're thinking that maybe that scares them away. That flash is going to bait the shot out of Brokey and send him off of Banana. And so now they won't have that. No, yeah, okay, good. I'm so glad he went back in. He was just letting Rain pop flash for him. And now Rain should leave. Now Rain's going to go because they lobbed one flash and no one peeked, no one pushed. And so he starts to move around. This is all because Brokey scoped up down the banana. So with 30 seconds, FaZe have started to piece together where this one's ending up, and that fourth man gets here just at the right time.
Couldn't have been better. Carrigan forces 2 kills and even holds on for more. 3 frags in the round has sucked the momentum out of Navi in this buy. And Carrigan, he wants all 5 for all the glory, but Navi won't give him anything. They walk away with 10 seconds to spare. A save for Simple and Bit. Great play from Carrigan. Exactly the kind of thing that MPL was doing, finding that right timing. Not peeking too early, but peeking right when Navi start to walk up short with 25 seconds.
They're too late. 31.
Everywhere.
Not 25, 23.
And I like how I imagine was communicated, went with that HE grenade thrown out on short. Could barely see his opponents, but that goes both ways.
33. 31, my god.
Just impressed with the sheer level of comeback now as well, considering the scoreline was just so horrendously stacked towards Navi. The fact it's 7 rounds might still sound like a lot, but it's a whole lot better than what they were originally working with. And you can piece that back together, especially here. Unless Navi do something absolutely heroic with the techs on deck, it should be FaZe starting to course correct and get themselves back into a driving position.
Oh, the jump again, again and again. It's crazy. He's gonna get punished. It's about time. Simple hears the steps. He knows this. Pre-fires Carrigan. And that's the B site busted wide open. But he's smoked off and he's expecting a 3rd player. We've already heard Double Orbs chime in. So he doesn't want to rush that on his own. He'd rather just group up 5v3. Play your cards together. Should still be a full house for Navi. FaZe make a gamble. 2 on that B bomb site. But even if Navi go in, you like their odds.
At the start of this game, you know, there wasn't really a lot going for the individuals of FaZe, though. And normally, like, this is where FaZe can cook up something, right? This is what makes them such a hard team to put away, is their individuals in man-down rounds can save the day. It's happened on more than one occasion over this time. Twist is locked out. Brokey's left defending B alone. One man moves in, and he tries to swing, but Electronic won't let him have it. And so this one's Navi's, like it or not. Rops getting wrapped up the long side and now boxed in. He realizes they were hunting me from the start, and they deal with him. They knock all the guns out, and so Navi finally break through. They put a stop to this streak, this 4-round streak that FaZe embarked upon.
Navi was so confident on that B hit that they still had 2 players lurking. A frustrating round for FaZe. Rain caught jumping. Carrigan re-swings to trade, but Simple already shooting. And 15-7. That comeback you prophesized, Jackie. Wind sucked out of it. FaZe gets stunned. Rob's nice aggressive pick, but can he get out? He's running into the wall right now. That flash was not helpful, and MPL is going to be able to get that trade, keeping things even for now.
Brokey backing off as well, giving up more and more of that control over to Navi that right now really do have both hands grasping the game. And for FaZe, they realize that they're staring death in the face, at least in the first map. They'll always be ancient. There's Vertigo waiting if we even make it there, but at the minute with the form that we're seeing, I don't think that's even going to be a reality. Unfortunately for Brokey as well on the fadeaway, his toes get blown off and it drops him down to 85. At least had the Molotov to work a bit of time on the clock as we are at the 50-second mark.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. Simple just barely getting out at 3 HP. Lucky to still be alive, if anything. Gonna try and challenge Brokey, and the AWP misses. 3 HP on Simple, but he gets the kill at B. FaZe aren't in a position to pull anyone away from this A site, though, and that's what Navi are really hoping for. And if they do try to move anyone out, if they start getting paranoid about the B play, these players in the apartments will catch them. FaZe stick to their guns. They call the bluff of Navi. They maintain this triple stack. Twist dead in the pit, and Carrigan wrapped up the long side. This one is a done deal, surely. 3v1, and Rain left up in it all alone. He was the one guy trying to keep things rolling for FaZe, but MPL's got his name, and he nails the shot. What a game from the young gun MPL.
On Amster again, taken down 2, brings it down to the 1v1. time is running dry. Mezzy taps it once, waits for the swing, but apparently pros do fake as Owner closes out not only the round, but the half as well. A 9-6 lead on the T side of Nuke. Bait are looking to take us to a third map. Let's see if they're going to be able to continue this momentum on the CT side after this short break.
अरे ये ऊपर है निकोडोस और ये कुछ कर नहीं रहा तो कैसे काम चलेगा रे तो लो मेजिल पे हिल रहा है यार
challenge to see if he could beat Dupree. Did he do it, folks?
Well, the start of that first half, it looked like Fnatic were going to run away with it. It was 6-2, and then what happened? Absolutely nothing. We saw Bait come back, start swinging everything at them, and it enabled them to get 9 rounds on a T side.
It was a capitulation, I think it's safe to say. I mean, the best way I can put it, Cody, is that Fnatic got vibe checked in the server pretty damn hard. And, you know, things were looking so good. There's a one point where Fnatic won 6 out of the last 7 rounds off the back of the full buys, and then everything fell by the wayside. Now, Bait coming into the second half are on a 6-round winning streak, and they're able to convert a pistol, which they're very good at.
Yep.
They lock themselves towards 10 rounds, and honestly, it kind of feels like the map will just come in tow.
Can they get a 7th round in a row here? That is the real question. Wrinkle holding outside, waiting for these. Yeah, that's he is getting a little bit closer. Fnatic still the favourites from our partners over at Unicorn. A lot of fighting going on outside, but not much damage being done. Wrinkle is going to fall off the angle, waiting for a little bit of backup, but that backup not yet to come. Oh, hello, didn't see this one. They swing on through from ramp and they say, nice execute, get out of here. Roy gets taken down, Fasher finds one, but that is basically it. Nikodos is the only person outside, and Well, what's he going to be able to do with a P250? Probably not much.
Yeah, Bait are seriously good at these pistol rounds. They've got such a good read. It's so obvious that they're so well prepared. It's brilliant. Really, really well played. And once again, look how they've set themselves up for success now. This is leading Bait in a position where, I mean, being honest, you have to start looking at them being heavy favorites to take this map. They're up towards double digits mark. They've really started to take it to Fnatic, and they're outplaying them. And I think a lot of credit has to go over towards Owner. He is calling a masterclass right now. That is such a risky play to go for that wrap through ramp, but it works perfectly. He has completely outplayed Fnatic, and he's so well prepared for it.
Caught Fnatic off guard, caught us off guard. I mean, it was like, yeah, let's try something. Let's see if we can punish them a little bit, and they do exactly that. Captain Kirker goes for an outside swing, which is not going to bear any fruit. Instead, he falls back. The taps here from Wrinkle. How is he not getting punished by this? Just click the heads, man. It is going to be Nikodos who finds himself 2 kills outside, but they are consolation frags. Might be able to do a little bit more work with this Famous, but without any armor, the aim punch too high, and that is a lot of string of rounds from Bait now.
Yeah, it just required a little bit too much, to be perfectly honest. But for Bait, I'm loving what I'm seeing. This is now, I want to say, what, 8 rounds in a row?
8 rounds in a row, 2 away from making it 10.
It's just crazy what we're seeing from Bait. On fire, you know, there are 8 rounds in a row, and they're really taking it to Fnatic. This pick of Nuke as well, me,
Ballsy.
you, everybody was talking about how this is a risk. It's innately a risk just because Fnatic like this map and are good on this map. Statistically, they've proven it, both in towards, you know, Blast and ESL Pro League. They've shown that this map is very good for them.
For high level.
I've come out and they've taken a statement here.
That's a nice trade.
Round number 18 as well, going 1 apiece as well. Roy falling, same for Captain Kirker. 2 important kills, but 2 riflers on both sides are underperforming.
Yeah, not what we would expect from them. Kirker played that big entry position on Vertigo and, well, basically allowed them to be able to grab those 8 rounds that they did. Of course, remember, it was a 16-8, was very much in Fnatic's possession for a strong majority of that first map. And it's already slipped out of their hands as we've entered the second half of map 2. 4 versus 4. Rifle advantage going to the way of Fnatic. Due to those AKs, they hear the glass smashing down on that B bomb site, and here comes the push. The Molotovs are going to force out the angles. Amster's not going to be able to be there to be able to pick up the pieces. Here comes a nade as well, just in case someone wants to swing. But Crims, I really like this from him. Bomb goes down on B, but he's now here to be able to retaliate to anyone trying to push down Vent, but instead just finds Owner as he's clearing corners.
Well, Crims will drop a smoke off the back of it as well. Mezzi finding a kill, but quickly traded out by Wrinkle. Still, the numbers stay in favor of Fnatic. This post plant looking pretty damn good. As long as they're able to lock it in place, taps coming through. Both ways, but it will be Crims to delete Alex and leave Wrinkle low HP all alone, and he is going to absolutely hightail it out of there. No chance at making this one work. No kid as well means that this is going to be Fnatic up towards a 7th. Job is most definitely not done by Bait, but they're still in a pretty commanding lead. But now for Fnatic, we need to make sure that this is no longer kind of, you know, just a flash in the pan. These need to be consistent rounds on the board, and this rifle round 1 here needs to be a catalyst to success. They cannot make this just a one and done.
Well, they're going to take a timeout now. I believe this is probably almost certainly going to be coming from Bait.
Yeah.
But looking at the econ off the back of that round, of course, Wrinkle is going to be able to save that M4, but what else is there surrounding it? Not much. You can see a buy from Amster if he wants it. Owner's not got any money to play with. Captain Kirker, a very similar situation as well. So we could just see maybe, I don't even think pistol buy-ups here. Maybe Amster buys down to be more in line with the rest of his team, currently sitting on that 3.7k mark, everyone else around 2. But one thing which was interesting to me in that last round is that they found those 2 kills outside, and then Bait kind of just gave up.
Yeah. I mean, it was a little bit of a kind of a weird one. I think potentially the communication was slightly all over the place over towards Bait in terms of how things panned it out. Yeah, they are going to go for a force play. And this is a big risk, but this is right up the alley of Bait. You know, once again, they are taking this to Fnatic, and they have the rounds to work with as well. So I don't mind this. This is not kind of a, you know, a win or lose situation. If they are to lose this round, they still will have the bye before Fnatic are able to kind of tie this game back up. So I like the risk. Why not completely reset the economy? Everyone's all over the place in terms of the bye. Why not try and make something work? Roy, that's quick. That's seriously quick. Captain Kirker spotted and dropped. And Alex very fortunate to stay alive with 4 points of HP.
The Ferrari peak countered by the Lamborghini flick, it would seem. Wrinkle now down inside a secret, able to take down one of the former Mezzi, and Owner and Amster coming up clutch when needed. Now in this 2v3 situation, Alex down on 4 HP, Owner on 73, Amster 47. They're all pretty tagged up with 2 full HP players with AKs. It's not looking great for them. They do have the positional advantage, of course, but now with the bomb being recovered, moving out of Secret as well, they're thinking, can we relocate this towards the A bomb site? I think Crims is actually, yeah, he's clearing out this A site. He's like, yeah, feel free. I mean, it's completely clear here, lads.
It's just 2 different 1v1s. I mean, they're so isolated on both sides. There's no playing for a team base here. There's no playing for trades. I don't know. This is so risky. Finally, they will join up together. But as you mentioned, the cross is going to come through. Smoke drops at the perfect time as well. And Amstel just completely diminished in terms of his control. That's a huge smoke coming through. It may give away their position, but it just limits everything they can do. Airburst Molotov coming forward will allow Amster at least something to work with. Can he deny the bomb? He advises against it. Bomb goes down. And now what can they do? Owner falls to the hands of Crims. Nicholas to the hands of Amster. But Crims is able to lock it out with a 2K on the way out. That's Fnatic continuing a little spur of a run here.
Crims's brain is so big for that smoke. I'm sorry, but that round does not happen if that is not smoked off, or at least some form of util was committed there. Just the mental knowledge to be able to understand, hey, by the way, you have one issue here, and it's the cross from blue. I'm just going to chuck a smoke down. Instead of saving it for the post-plant situation and kind of allowing them to execute on this bomb site, they're so confident in that. And again, once again, the experience coming out on top. Here comes the event dive. Glad to see at least one of them coming out in pro play. They go straight down, wait for the people to push off the back of it. And as we can see, nobody home. B site completely open to the T's. And they're going to be able to get a free bomb plant.
Honestly, Bait might just play super kind of, aggro exits here. There's really no chance that they're going to find success. You can actually see Nicholas completely hightailed. He is being absolutely chased and hunted. The sharks in the water, they smell blood. They're looking for a kill. They're going to find it. Fascia with 2. The pistols are being put on the wayside easily. While the youngster and Fascia has left Amster all alone in 1 versus 5. The P250 will amount to absolutely nothing. And there's going to be a flawless arm coming through for Fnatic. You can see Nicolas bricking it as he was running away, just desperately trying to save that AK-47. And thankfully he can. The main thing in those sort of rounds for Fnatic, they're expected to win. They probably always are going to win for the most part. Just make sure it's not expensive.
Yeah, and well, they managed to do that, right? It's exactly what they needed from the round. And I mean, the vent dive just wasn't counted. They timed that perfectly. The fact that, well, I don't know if I call it perfect timing from Fnatic's half, but it was a good round to do it either way. B8 was nowhere to be found. Wrinkle. Hello? Headshot onto Crims from a wall? What wall was that shooting from? Captain Kirk has fire one outside as well, and this is already looking like a difficult fight for Fnatic here. Oh, this smoke wall, this wouldn't work in CS2. A single nade takes it out, but not the case right now, and Mezzi's going to use that to his advantage as he swings on out to the stereotypical opening fragger of Kirker.
Yeah, so far, Bait started out in towards this round pretty damn well, and it could be continuing. Alex will find Fascia with a quick trace go in favor of Bait, leaving Nicolas all alone. AK in hand to the 1 versus 3. This just feels like a lost cause. Isolating the fight here is going to be something miraculous. But he's got an idea. He's got an inkling. Do they know where he is? The answer most definitely is yes. Tucked in towards garage. But how is he going to make this work? Well, there's the first. 1 in towards main, 1 towards outside. 2 kills needed for Nicolas in a 1 versus 3. But he's just dancing all over the place. No idea of how to play this. So he'll cut the clock. He'll cut the noise. Cut the time. With 45 seconds left to work with, he's going to cross over towards garage, and this could be at the demise of his life, and he's somehow staying alive, but it might not be for much longer. As Wrinkle in the AWP, we'll see him off.
Quite surprised we didn't see him. He had 2 flashes on his belt there. True. Just like pop a flash, like right click, up close and personal, just to see, okay, maybe if it does blind someone or forces some information. Yeah, bait a shot, exactly that. If he baits the AWP shot, then at least, actually, if he baits the AWP shot, I think then he swings out from that and just tries to get that pick instead of being a little bit more passive. But he played for his outs, and well, that one didn't this is something different that we've seen from Fnatic here, which we saw Bait doing earlier on their C-side, but they were waiting for later in the round to execute. Instead, they just chuck all their util out straight away. Alex hasn't been cleared, but it doesn't really need to be cleared because everyone is falling so soon into the round. Crim's now over by Vent. I mean, the round's over and done with, especially on 28 HP. Here's a Famous, and yeah, Crims is just looking for something to take his frustration out on. Realistically, that is not what you need straight after a timeout.
You can start to see tilt creeping in. I think it's absolutely safe to say right now, Fnatic will look like a prime opportunity at the 2-0. They're absolutely throwing this away. But at the same time, you have to give so much credit over towards Bait. They are playing some miraculous and really cracking Counter-Strike right now. It's 2 in a row for them. And the way things are starting to pan out, things are looking very, very good. The buy over towards Fnatic is somewhat on the minimal side, heading in towards this one. So, what is the case in point? What is the turning point for Fnatic? We need to just see something miraculous.
We absolutely do. Deagles across 3 players on Fnatic, with the Glocks on Mezzy and Roy. Let's see. Let's see. Are they going to be able to find anything? They found no information outside at all. Just tapping away, and, well, no, Bait are just playing into this one.
It's very quiet. 1 minute 5 to work with. It's just a question of really now, what can we do with this? I mean, for Fnatic, the priority in these sort of rounds is just looking for a bomb plant. But even that is easier said than done. How are they going to make this work in their favor? With just so little to work with in terms of firepower, utility, getting out and towards Rampart, it just seems impossible.
Sneaky little play here. Coming down ramp. Answer's here to be able to try and grab a couple of frags, but actually just deals damage, and Wrinkle, uncharacteristic miss from him in this game. When he's had the AWP in hand, no, it doesn't really miss. Owner now going for the swing outside of Decon, but it's going to be Mezzy there with the trade after he finds the kill on the Fasher. Out the doors, Captain Kirko going for the spam. He takes them down, and with Alex on the back lines, the round's over and done with. You know what, Fnatic, pretty happy they were able to get that bomb planted, but now Bait are on 14.
Yeah, it's a really good round coming through, all things considered for Bait. Just making sure it's not all that expensive, making sure they can lock it in their favor. However, we have to look at this and say there's a slight silver line for Fnatic in terms of a bomb plant, a little bit of money, potentially a little bit of confidence coming through as well, but these are some dire times. The 4th and final attack force used by Fnatic. Things aren't looking all too good. It's still once again Crims towards the top of the scoreboard alongside Fash with 19. But overall, the performance for the UK organisation and the international roster has been pretty lackluster, pretty poor from them.
Yeah, you've taken the words out of my mouth there. It's not been Fnatic. No, let's be honest. I mean, at the beginning of this one, it looked like, okay, well, they just carried the momentum through from Vertigo and it's all done and dusted. But this T side from Bait was great, and now we're seeing an amazing CT from them as well, which kind of is what we expect on a map like Nuke. The CT side should be better, but the fact they're able to chain together so many rounds on T as well, it's just putting the pressure on Fnatic, and we haven't seen those flourishes of excellence that we know can be produced from this current T side. Let's see what Nikados can do outside. A lot of util being committed here. Any gaps in the smoke? Oh, it's a pretty big one, actually. Leaning it over towards Garage, and here comes your next one to be able to line out the sight line.
All goes a little bit quiet. 1 minute 30. Crims will find one. Quick trade coming through from Alex as well, just to bring the numbers back level and, well, level that playing field. But there's still space created by Roy towards outside, and that's the important thing. They do have room to work. It's more a decision of how do they make this work in their favor.
Nice to see Alex taking up that position over towards lower stairs, because, I mean, we saw Nikados try playing from this angle time and time again. Sure, it was with an AWP instead, and he just didn't find any success. We saw have minimal success from Roy, but maybe Alex is going to try and show us a bit of a masterclass. He's holding the sideline instead.
The important thing that for me is, I was about to say the rotations weren't actually too close, but Captain Kirk has timed this perfectly.
He's ready.
Rotated over, AWP shot missing. Roy could be in a little bit of trouble because one comes to join him. He gets dinked in the making as well, trying to make it expensive. It's a messy, chaotic
going
fight,
on?
and somehow Wrinkle will fall.
There's an AWP available. There you go. Grab that one. Alex going for the swing, takes down one, not good for the second, and Roy, information known. 28 seconds on the clock now in a 2 versus 2. M4s versus AKs. Goes for the swing here. There's Captain Kirker. Shot does come in, tagging him up, gives up that information. Now just Owner in the 1v2. Bomb goes down, swings on out, tries to go for the pick, but Mezzy simply better. Finds the double digits. 14-10, I'm starting to believe.
Yeah, I mean, this would still require something miraculous. To try and turn this back on its favor, I still feel like Bait have done enough to prove their kind of repertoire here in towards Nuke. However, there still is a lot to like from Fnatic. We've seen these moments of brilliance, these sort of diamond in the rough kind of instances where we're like, okay, there's definitely something about them. And it has forced Bait in towards, attack pause it. This is a huge thing coming through. They are making this side feel uncomfortable. They've already got a map under their belt. They're only a few rounds away from tying this game up. They could, with, one shot at economy, be right on their tails.
It's an interesting round in total, right? It was like 3v3, 2v2, 3v1. It's like, oh wait, well, hold on, wait, what's happened here?
Exactly.
Like it was so back and forth. I think you might have a bit of a tech right now because it's all kind of slowed down a bit, which weirdly enough could actually play into Fnatic's favor. Yeah, it looks like a tech issue over on Bait. Yeah, just being able to kind of chill out for a moment is actually pretty nice.
Rops has no smoke if that happens. He's got to fight to the death. CT smoke on the A site. Rops waits. Been made clear now. He sees the arcs of the smoke coming over the top. Gets back to safety. Trying to pick a nade, but doesn't want to dilly-dally. Navi are out in the bomb site with a boost. Dodging him for now. Brokey can't find an angle either. They skirt around the corner to safety. The molly goes flying. Rops 1-for-1. That molly actually explodes mid-air. Didn't contact the ground. Brokey looking for kills now. It's a wide plant. Dangerous position. How does Simple win that fight? Brokey's good to trade. 3-on-3 now for the retake and a quick flank.
Walking their way in to see if they can bring this back together. Carrigan, he's been the big dog. He's the one that's going to be barking in the back line, but can he bite down? Vecto's back turned. He's the one that's going to fall first. NPL suffers the same fate. An Electronic from CT. Oh, he's not just baiting, he's hitting the heads. Takes down the second man, but will he be left for dead? Brokey, waiting, watching, time ticking away, and you're going to be left with nothing to do apart from running out of there, and Electronic doesn't even want that to happen. Whoa, leaves him on 19 HP. The fade away nade will stop it, but the round's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I mean, they at least trade the kill outright. Brokey gets like the middle finger of nading Electronic, but that doesn't feel like a great prize at the end of that round.
For Alex, it's a risk. He tried to make it work, and it didn't. But if it did work, we look at him as a genius, right? It's just how the round played out. If that had worked, we'd be like, this guy's a god.
I don't like your mentality, but you're completely right. if it did work, we'd be looking at this and being like, damn, a single famous new meta, meta setup.
It's the same thought process around gamble stacking as well, right? If it works, it's genius. I'm like, my god, what a call by the IGL.
And if it doesn't
work, you look like an idiot, right? And this is the thing. It's all kind of the scope of what happens in context, I guess. Either way, speaking of context, 25 seconds left to work with, and Fnatic kind of haven't really made a decision. The decision's looking like it's over towards B, but time is ticking.
It's ticking down. Here comes the push. Going straight out on to this B bomb site, and who's there to stop them? Absolutely nobody. I already think that this round is being called a save. They realize they committed a little bit too much into this off the back of Alex, and now Amster is, well, now just going to be saving that along with the Deagle of Wrinkle and Kirker. Kirker's got armor as well, so definitely nothing to shake your head at. But all 5 people surviving here from Fnatic. I mean, look at the econ as well. It's not great right now, but after this, with the bomb plant, with the round win as well, it's going to start building the economic buffer that Fnatic really, really need.
Ooh,
that was nice, though.
Oh,
that's definitely going to help a little bit.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a confidence booster. I don't want to put production on the spot here, but maybe at the end of the round, I'd love to take a look at the scoreboard. I want to bring up an interesting point if we get it. But either way, Fnatic up to 11, they are slowly but surely starting to climb back in towards this one. And, you know, things are starting to look maybe a little bit more positive over towards Fnatic. There's still a lot of work to be done, and with kind of bait being so close, it does make you still feel ever so slightly uncomfortable. The hero buy in towards the FAMAS got absolutely deleted, had zero impact towards that round, but at the very least, a couple of consolation kills. All you can do is shrug the shoulders, and I have to, you know, exactly agree there. One of the things I want to talk about just in terms of the scoreboard, if you look across the board, it's crazy to think we're in a 14-11 scoreboard, but it looks like Fnatic are dominating. In a weird way, it does. It's very top-heavy.
It does. It is top-heavy, right? Because we see these kind of lower fraggers in the form of bait. We've got 13 kills, 14 kills, 15 kills on Kirka, Owner, and Amster, respectively. The fact that Kirka's bottom on the leaderboard is crazy. Thinking about crazy, there comes Wrinkle. And Nikodos is holding the angle, but he just swings it out and says, get out of here, get off Mushroom. Mushroom? No. Marshmallow. That's the one. We got there in the end. Do you call it Marshmallow or Silo?
I call it Silo personally, but I don't know that's the American
like a nice
version.
Marshmallow, doesn't it?
Yeah. No, I've heard people call that. But one of those things where I'd love to take a look at the end of the game, the stats between Wrinkle and Nikodos. I think Wrinkle has been all over him. He has been absolutely making Nikodos' life in towards his map a living hell. Just spotting on the corner, Amster will spot out Roy, closing the door behind him, leaves it as a sound cue to be made if he wants to try and make it around towards B site. They know Roy's there as well, so the impact he can have is just so minimal.
Look at this rotation, though. Wrinkle now going to be playing over towards ramp with the Orb, just in case he can find a couple of picks. Does drop himself down, though. Doesn't want to go for the opener. 40 seconds on the clock. We need to see something confirmed here from Fnatic. At the current moment in time, they're just waiting around, running that clock down, making bait think, well, actually, have we actually gone to the right place? And, well, they have. They've gambled onto the A-bomb site, and here comes the execute. They've mollied out. They've smoked out. On the back side, we got Owner. We got Alex. Are they going to be able to find many kills? Alex finds one. Looks for the second. Crims is there with the trade. Now, Owner, I don't think he's been revealed as of yet. They think it was just a solo hold. They did. And Owner finds one. And Kirka, well, there you go. What else can you say? The bottom fragger coming out on top towards the end of that round, bringing that 15th round underneath Bait's belt.
Yeah, Bait up to 15, that's the important one. That's the sigh of relief as well. They have been looking for that round for a while now, just to lock them in place. Fnatic, it looked like slowly but surely they were starting to creep their way in towards that play. Wrinkle, it's a cracking shot onto Nikodos as well, but what matters most is them getting towards this position of just being one round away from pushing us towards Ancient, a map in which Bait have beat Fnatic on before in the previous RMR. Will history repeat itself? We'll have to wait and see into what potentially could be the final round. Roy towards our side, Molotov'd off. And already things look a little bit dicey, swinging towards like Captain Kirka. It's a corker of a shot, but he's instantly traded.
Fasher able to pick up a little bit of the slack outside, but still in a 4 versus 4. The damage has been done to him, and now Mezzy getting taken down by Owner as well. This is what we wanted to see on this first map. A much more competitive side from Bait. And this round's done, surely. Amster finding Nikodos, picking up Crims. It's all
GG.
over. Yeah, GG well played. Nice and simple as that, really. I mean,
less flasher, but this is going to require probably the best clutch.
Watch this ace now that we've said it.
Yeah, literally. To make this work would be something miraculous with such low HP as well. Either way, you can look over towards that ramp. Bait are on the cusp of pushing us towards that of Ancient. He's being spotted out, and he will fall just like that. Bait lock themselves in towards a third.
Leaving just Brokey in the hot seat, and Rops on info.
There's the contact, is bit, bites down onto Rops. Brokey up close and personal with the orb, hits the initial shot. They're coming back towards Rain. He wanted to reposition. The back foot not going to work out as he slips, and the bomb is slipping over, but it won't even matter as Simple just does it.
Yeah, and that's even without Perfecto. I mean, we were already seeing Navi, you know, not necessarily need to play these two VXs together, right? Perfecto was set up for A. They wanted to avoid the orb. They smoke him off. Even like that round where Simple and MPL are on other sides of the map, and Simple goes for a B plant with 5 seconds on his own. It shows that Navi have faith in their players. Simple goes back to punish Brokey, who expects a lot more respect. Not going to get that out of Navi. Still dominant in this game. No signs of a third map yet. It's not the old Ancient. This is pretty T-sided right now in current meta. But you can just tell it's not a competitive game right now, and it wasn't on Inferno either. Oh, does he land it? I swear was it Electronic who tried to throw this, and it never landed. Oh, let's find out. I don't know where he threw it. I have no idea. Donut smoke is in. That's good enough. CT smoke is in. It looks good.
Nailed it, but the smoke lands. That's one thing. You still need to get the kills. Oh, but Electronics opened up a back door, hasn't he?
They've shoved him all the way over to A with those smokes. Perfecto can cut off the rotate. They've got B.
It's forced this smoke out of Faze. They start to reroute over. But here's the thing. Navi have been really fluid in these moments. They know they don't have to commit right now. With that smoke down, they start to get a little paranoid about it. They take all this space, and they assume, why not take it? Why not go for it? But now they lose Electronic. Simple, gotta hold on, and he will manage it. Brings us back into an even odds 2v2, and Perfecto still hot on their heels on the mid lurk. Rops is left to the hands of time, all the way over in A main. So far removed, and at 17 HP in this moment. This is not a round that he's meant to win. It's another clutch that should be too far past the post for him to even attempt. And so Navi 7-1 in spite of this opening in a 3v5.
Yeah, this is what I was just saying about, like, that was a round. That's not even just a mid-round adjustment. That's just a round set up to be a fake, right? Navi, they're not planning to lose 2 players to Rops there, but if they do, they still have everyone set up to go for a B hit, and Perfecto in middle, knowing that he's going to have the bulk of Faze on that A site because of the execute. You see that many smokes, you have to rotate. And so Navi play the fiddle perfectly.
Got a little question for you, Hugo.
Go on.
Who's the highest rated player on Navi at the RMR?
NPL.
It is MPL.
It is MPL,
yeah. I mean,
I've watched all their games.
No, I know, and like
it does seem like that.
But like, I don't know,
crazy.
Man.
It is crazy.
You can see it in the server. The numbers back it up. He's looking like a changed man.
Yeah. Indubitably.
And, you know, for me, there was always this kind of question around it, because it was like, okay, you know, when you look at, like, who they played so far in Falcons and Into the Breach, it's like, you know, maybe you could pop off versus them in the past, you know, but it's now doing it versus Faze. That's what really makes it impressive.
I love that move from Twist. Didn't we see that in the Pro League as well, where every round he just made this cave jump? He did it like 5 or 6 rounds in a row.
And he kept fighting ledge. And he told Finn at the start of the game, he's like, I'm going to just keep doing this.
Every round. Didn't work too well.
Mixed bag. It was working really well till it wasn't.
Yeah. That's how it crumbles.
Faze. Twist is anything. No, wait. He is persistent. There you go. I'll just say it.
That worked. You doubted yourself, but you were nailing it there. Faze, first time they've actually taken some real estate in this game, right? In an early round, and with an advantage, they've got all of B. So this should free up Rops to go back to the A site, help Brokey, who has a far angle, but Navi have been consistent with their utility. They've left no stone unturned. Brokey going to try and smoke his way out and fight for the site. He's been mollied off, and he's just used his smoke. That's a pre-smoke for a molly, and the molly still finds him. MPL, a lot of control. Here's that tag as well. Can he find the shot? Brokey firing off. One part wide. MPL smooth moves. He's going to duck, dive, and weave for a moment until Rop spams him out. If Navi win this round, I'm a freak.
All right. Perfecto. Electronic, the 2 left in it, but this is not going to be easy.
No kit.
Oh, that does add extra pressure on the clock. They're going to have to move through swiftly here. Really want to just win one of these fights early, going up, going over. They take them both. They lock this in, and they keep 5 alive. Faze, that's a round they can be very happy with.
Nice.
That was the Twist's opener you were talking about.
Yeah, that's more like it. He's felt a little bit. He's felt a little bit wronged and roughed in this game, man. Like, I think it really started on Inferno, just immediately probably put him in a bit of a bad headspace, getting dominated over towards Banana. But here we're seeing him go for some of his more kind of high-risk openers, the plays that Twist usually thrives in, and that's nice. That suggests he's trying to find, you know, that kind of comfortability to ease into. Navi even going to call in a timeout. I think that's quite telling. You know, they've done all this, and then Faze come in with a second round, and immediately it's back to the drawing board. You don't want to let them pick up momentum. You don't want to let them start to grind a path back out into this game. You want to put a stop to it here and now.
So the score is 7-2, and the opening kills reflect that in 7-2. But who has 7 opening kills? It's Faze. Faze have the 7-2 favor in opening kills. It's often Bit dying first 1 and 5, but he's been getting traded a lot, going for mid picks. We've seen some B rushes for Navi, but that's crazy to think that Faze in 7 of these rounds have found opening kills and still can't close. Navi's clutch factor, because we keep seeing it, right? These 3v5s, these 2v1s. Ooh, don't want to test rain on the spams. Man was born in the cave.
According to the legends, yeah. Oh, a nice swing out of Rops. Catches Simple unawares in the mid cubby. Pressuring the cave, but it's this bait and switch setup that they're trying to run. Rain gets spotted leaving. Carrigan's still here, but he's missed that opener, and now he's an enticing prospect for the equalizer. They want to try and chase this. They want to try and deal with him. There's no way for him to get assistance here, and he's still playing ahead of the smoke. Kind of wild that Carrigan's hanging around this much. Doesn't want to get caught out and give back that 4v4. And look at the gap that it's caused. Rain was so fixated on the cave, but Electronic got all the way into the site. He will turn back around and deal with him. But even that kind of puts the fear in you. There was a guy right there. Rain aggroing down the ramp, spots another. Doesn't see the bomb, but seeing a second man. That might put the seed in the minds of FaZe that this is going to be the B play.
MPL's kind of lost to the win. He has to do something here, or he's just going to be left saving his Galil. It's 20 seconds. I think maybe Navi are throwing in the towel already. Oh, Perfecto with a quick shot, but yeah, MPL's coming back. I don't know what the plan is here. 15 seconds. They're still looking for fights. Just trying to get some damage off at the end. Gets to the cave. You don't want to die after time. Good kill, but this round is irrecoverable. Oh, crispy. But there's nothing MPL can do, and he certainly doesn't want to die after the clock. So, yeah, Navi lost in the sauce a little bit there, but they've got the breathing room. FaZe find a third, and finally find concurrent rounds. 2 in a row. Go back to a very bare bones B. All the utility is on B right now in Electronic. So Navi are hoping to fully fake FaZe out and then go for a contact A. I wish them luck. Try to get yet to throw anything. Perfecto by his side. The bomb's even coming all the way back. They take the space, but the kills come to them, and that's all the grenades dropped on the ground. Carrigan drew them in, Rain shut them down, and Perfecto's still smoked off. So Navi, whatever they had planned in this round, is now thrown in the washer.
This is now just your backup plan. Group up and hope you can stand your ground, but it's not working. Kills carve in quick as you like. Easy pickings. A little bit awkward at the end, but it won't really matter. Just Perfecto with the deagle. Should be a matter of time before he's taken down. But actually, he's just killing everyone. The madman's gone absolutely crazy. 4 frags to his name with a deagle. Bomb on his back. He's running all the way over to A.
Brokey should hear this soon. He's going to run close to the wall. Brokey knows what's going on, and the knife is out for Perfecto. 1 missed shot, and it could be the ace, but he falls at the final hurdle. Brokey stands up, and Perfecto's pissed, but what an opportunity. What a try. 4D taps.
Wow, man, that was, and like he was low in the final couple. He was low the whole damn time. This one on the ramp. This one was a little more labored out of the two, right? That was the fight to Carrigan, but these ones, he's low on health in every one of these peaks. Stray bullet would deal with him, but he nails them. That is ludicrous that it comes so close on a round that, you know, Navi, it looked cooked. Electronic died with all the util. The game plan felt a bit weird out of the gate. And Perfecto still made it competitive, still made it costly. FaZe, they need a clean round to try and recover, and that opener onto Perfecto is nice. Putting him in a cage, putting him in a box, and now Rops with that second AWP strikes hot over in mid. A 3v5 for Navi to try and get through. Electronic made it into the red room, but he might not like what he finds here. The orbs rotated in. Bit does deal with a kill over at Cave. Roki gets rid of the point man for Navi. That bomb crossing all the way back through Spawn. Gonna look to join up with Bit. As these two, MPL and Bit, look to make a B play happen in the 2v4. Right now, one man here, but that changes with the rotation of Brokey on round with the AWP.
Oh, that's a good shot. Bit's known for him. Carrigan tucked in, though. I don't know if they're ready for this, especially not if they get drawn in by this second orb. Robs takes a leg, and Carrigan looks for the head. He falls to a MAC-10, and MPL Plot go a long way here, but they spam him out, both in the CT side. So, Faze certainly recovering in this game. You cannot doubt it. 4 rounds in a row. A lot more mobile on this AWP for Brokey. And Faze not falling for the fakery of Navi anymore. They've gotten away with enough 3-on-5s for Faze to make that mistake again. Is this a winnable half, though? Or can Navi wake back up?
I mean, honestly, as long as they can keep the damage high still in this round, they're actually still in a good place. 7-5, right? Faze might be warming back up into this. They might have got the last 4 in a row, but you're still in with that chance to stem the bleeding.
Oh.
Rain dead over at Cave. Nice opener. Electronic trying to keep the pace high, but Brokey, dude, he's been a beast on this AWP over the last few rounds. Trading out of the M4, moving in, getting hyper-aggressive with it.
Perfecto Deagle.
Holding for this. The Perfecto Deagle has lit them up before, but this time it falls short, and there's Brokey delivering. Oh, M4, he'll make it work with whatever, and Faze 5 in a row as they take a 6th. That one critically.
दोनों मैच का मतलब नहीं है यार. Of course, losers.
Oh, Ancient is going to be an interesting one. Beta coming into this on a 5-map winning streak.
Yeah, that's something to be concerned about if you're on the Fnatic side, surely. But I think from our point of view, it could make for a really interesting game. I still think Fnatic have a decent shot at doing this. This should be where some of the experience of playing in high tense, high pressure situations will really come through, where they can show what they're all about. But I mean, I still think that the tier 2 teams are shining in a way that maybe we haven't seen before.
It's so good,
isn't it? RMR, it's really sick.
It's so sick. We were saying on broadcast earlier, like me and Neo, we just want to see more events that are just like fully open, that don't have this kind of direct invites. Sure, we might miss out on some of the big names, but if they're forced to go for open quals, that can lead to some really interesting upsets as well.
It is really fun to have this kind of a playground. There is obviously an upside and a downside. The downside, like you said, it could be that some of your favorite teams that you love watching on the big stages, they just simply get knocked out before they really get there. But at the same time, we don't normally get to see these teams actually face tier 1 opposition, and for the most part, through the RMR, I would say so far, they've looked really strong, really good, and that's a lot of fun. I think that's a story that you just have to enjoy when it's here. Maybe not if you're a Fnatic. You probably wish that this was a little bit easier, but it's not going to be. Wrinkle's been playing well. Captain Kirker's there. They just have a lineup that looks really, really interesting, and this upcoming map is, a place that feels like home for them.
Yeah, it was really interesting in the first map of Vertigo, the fact that we saw some really early.
He's still getting flanked through the cave, and he won't be ready for the timing. Just how fast this is on Rain, who runs it down. That is perfect from Rain. He knew he had the drop on him. He knew he had the element of surprise, and I like that he just. You could have made the case for going with 3v1. Let's not risk if that's a tap on the bomb. Rain just full faith in himself, and the speed that flank's coming in on locks it in.
He knows that Electronic doesn't have the info on how quick he's there, and with the Molotov, it implies that Electronic is planting the bomb. To fake there would leave Electronic with more open angles and not enough opportunity to plant. So tries to get the money for Navi. Without it, they're going to go fast mid. I like this change of pace. Electronic leading for a very quick donut split. Rops is on the clock right now. He's done great from this position before. Up atop the boxes, bit clears. It's going to be Electronic already in the middle of the site. They run through. Does he know over the box? Simple will have to trade that kill, and Brokey only just gets the orb ready in time. 3-on-3. Carrigan does not care. He's looking to come through. Brokey the same. Navi don't get comfortable yet.
Oh, Carrigan trying to thread the needle. Yeah, those two smokes give him a corridor. He's back turned to one of them, and there we go. MPL dead. Carrigan traded. Could have been so much more. Leaves the 2v2 open. Donut's still in play on Perfecto as well, so right now the hope is Big can just take one more with him. Instead, it's just a bit of damage before he's showing the door. Perfecto's got to do this in the clutch, and there's the trade. FaZe Clan go on to win out this first half. They take 7 in a row, and now they're up in the lead, narrowly so, moving into the second half of Ancient Navi's map pick.
I think it has to be last 4 finals, I think. That's 4 finals in 2021 in Copenhagen, in the Arena, with the last dance of the French team. That was like so fun to play. Just we did the final against Navi. We had a lot of fun moments playing against Australia just before in semi-final. Like just, I said that a lot. Like,
all the pistol round goes the way of Fnatic.
Yeah, really nice from Fnatic there. It looked like it was going to be a kind of heavy waterfall straight through Donut from the T side of Bait, but Roy was just kind of there to stop them. They pushed through 2 players, and then the flashes come in, and Roy is still just kind of stoic in his holding. They do manage to get the trade. The fact that they don't kill Nikodos inside of mid as well is actually really concerning. A single bullet, you don't need to be fancy with it. He was on 12 HP. I mean, just tickle him with the gun, throw it at him. It will do the same amount of damage.
Yeah, that's how it works generally. Second round here, and
beat जीतेगी रे, beat जीतेगी. I know Nikodos plays well in Ancient, but
so they're pretty sure that this is going to be an unarmored opponent. So
no
they're not
plant,
right.
well, you know.
No bomb plant.
Yeah.
Why would they force at this point? I mean, that seems to be the consistent bit. Like, you don't see the forced pistols usually, or like oh god,
Every
what was
once
that?
in a
Raid
while.
boss. Like,
Every once in a while, someone picks up a Galil and throws it over to someone with an armor.
Yeah, just do it.
It's risky, but it does happen, I feel like. If you think you can, I mean, if you think you can pull it off, it's worth trying.
Go for
because, again, if you're up against 3 MP9s like this, Galil is going to be a pretty good weapon. Flashbang, Roy is smartly falling back, putting up the smoke, and that's going to deny any entry through this part of the map. Crim's pretty good job at cleaning it up, and even with the pistols out on the other side. Oh, actually, Fishal kind of losing his mind a little bit, pushing in a little bit too aggressively. Still, it's 4 kills so far with the MP9s.
Yeah, Crim's just wanted to stay involved in that one. He spammed every single bullet out of his MP9 through that smoke, found 2 kills, and he was like, no, I'm not going to fall back. I'm swapping over to my USBS. Tap, tap, tap. He does get dinked up in the process, but he is going to be safe. Owner now taken out of the round by a long-range MP9. Not something we can save too often.
There we go. Well handled. Putting down the smoke and just making sure that you're going to be super safe. Definitely important. There's no reason to give up anything too early on. Now, this next round, though, will be a little bit different. We've got the AKs coming up from the Bait side of things. AWP on Nikodos, a topic of conversation, both between the 3 of us here on the desk, but also coming into the RMR. Nikodos has not quite had the heavy impact that we'd love to see, and we kind of expect, and maybe even that Fnatic need on some level to really compete. So hopefully that could change. He needs to find himself again. Good little angle from Alex. Will take down Roy, and that opens up the entire mid portion of the map.
Let's see if they're going to be able to get Donut control. It looks like they are. No one holding this angle. They do have to go through the fire and the flames, though, to be able to get out onto this A-bomb site. The early Molotov does allow for the rotation. Nikodos takes quite a bit of damage, but he is still going to be okay. AWP in hand. Let's see what he can do. Up close now is Crims with the MP9. Nikodos falls to the wayside before he can even fire a shot. And god damn, Wrinkle controls the site. Fast gets a couple, but Mezzy with an MP9 here. I don't... Yeah, he saw him through the edge of the smoke, right? So he is going to be chucked down, and that is a really nice round for Bait to be able to find. The first fall-by round of the final map, and they grab it themselves.
Yeah, and the fact that they spotted the MP9 at the end there, right at the edge of the smoke, is really important, because if he gets to walk through the smoke, he can close the distance and probably at least make it a one-on-one. So, yeah, nice little spot right there. Wrinkle, good eyes on him at the moment. So 2-1 is the scoreline, and even after that, Fnatic instantly back on the pistols. They'll have to wait out a round before they can really put in some effort. They do a deagle on Nikodos, but yeah, that was pretty clean, pretty well done on the T side. And again, those T rounds, they're kind of nice to pick up early in this game.
I actually love this lack of buy from Fnatic here. The fact that they actually have the money to be able to force into this one. You've got Crims on 5k, you've got Nikodos on 3.4. You've got now Roy on 3k as well, but they don't need it. They're just going to respect their opponents, build up that CT side economy, which once it starts fading away, it's hard to continue building up. So it's nice mental fortitude to be able to do this. They pick up themselves up an AK after finding that kill onto Kirker as well. I mean, round is almost certainly lost, but they kind of achieved what they needed to.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, it depends on how much you trust in your default on a map like this if you're on the CT side. And Fnatic are kind of signaling to us, they feel like once they have everything that they need, they could probably do all right. Especially now that the AK, they can give it on over. That's pretty huge. Mezzi, you can see he's at 1500, so giving him an AK-47 would absolutely be wonderful for the next round. But Bait will be able to tie up the scoreline and make it a 2-2 right now. That's not too bad. It's still early to say exactly what's going to play out. We haven't had a real full rifle versus rifle type scenario. The vote over on Blaster TV, you could tell people are split.
Split decision.
Between who will make the Legends. By the way, that is what we're playing for. Both these teams are 2-0, which is a delightful position to be in. Bait, if they qualify straight in Legends, that would be actually kind of a miracle. I don't think anyone had that on their bingo card. And if it's going to be Fnatic, I'm sure they're going to be very, very happy to get a little bit of a break. They can sit and watch the rest of the RMRs, and they can watch, obviously, the Challenger stage and all the rest of it. So you have to assume that that's going to be a wonderful position to be in.
Yeah, only 4 legend spots.
बहुत important round match है मतलब ये अगर इसमें से कोई team आज हारती है ना वो maybe RMR नहीं कर पाएगी.
There is a second opportunity for Fnatic if this is not go their way.
confirm नहीं है कि मतलब आज जीत रहे हो आज हार रहे हो तो कल जीतोगे.
Wow.
नहीं बहुत
fantastic openers.
भेड़िए बैठे हैं.
To gain all that control on Fashion. Hello. Donut is his domain, it would seem, and he spams down all 3. Now Mezzi trying to be a little more aggro here, does get shut down by Captain Kirker. Now this has fallen back to a 2 versus 2, but those 3 frags that we were able to see from Fasher does drop the bomb as well. He's just getting bested in each situation when he has that big green in hand.
Fasher he's going to get shut down as well, but he actually had a flashbang. If they really wanted to peek the middle, I mean, they could have set it up in a different way. I've got to say, the triple kill for Fasher was one of the most casual things I've seen. He just walked in there and they were just all stood on top of each other. It wasn't anything crazy, just a really accurate spray as they were all stacked. Look at the timing. Look, it's just walking forward. Slowly but surely, no flashbangs or anything. Pretty good setup. But this is a nice, this is what, a 2-on-3 or 3-on-3 victory at least for Bait. That's huge. And the first real buy round coming out of Fnatic as well, getting shut down. So they're in trouble.
We've seen Fasher play these kind of connector positions the entire best of 3, and even though he has the A1, he's consistently able to find these 3Ks. Each time, the lower ammo count doesn't seem to matter. We do have upgraded pistols here. We see 2 5.7s, a CZ75, and well, most of them have fallen onto the floor with the P250 and Nikados in hand, able to do next to nothing. All 5 people going to be surviving there from our friends over at Bait.
Yeah, smart play, I think, or smart attempt at least from Fnatic. They wanted to flash their way into that fight, but Bait had already fallen back around the corner. They could not get flashed in the positions they were in. That's, I think, shows a good understanding of the danger in that situation. If you're feeling very aggressive, you know you have the rifle advantage, you go to swing against the people coming down the ramp and you get flashed, then it doesn't really matter what kind of rifle you have. You're probably going to be dead. So they dodge that danger. Fnatic taking a timeout to discuss probably what is a pretty good start here for Bait at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it looked pretty strong on those opening rounds for Fnatic, but this is kind of what we've been seeing time and time again now, not only in this game, but in Counter-Strike in general. You win the first 2, you lose the next 3 or 4, it all kind of linchpins on that rifle round, and well, that usually comes into play on round number 3. 4-2 right now, the T side. Honestly, not really playing objectives here. They're just finding kills inside of mids, getting them over towards B. I think we've only seen, what, 1 bomb plant? And that was on round number 4. Let's see what they do here. Lovely executing. There's a setup here for Nikados, and he's spamming away. Only good for 1 with the swing there from Crims. Hello, finds 2. Captain Kirker with the trade. Roy with the backup. There you go. That's more like it from Fnatic.
Some excellent counter flashes are coming out. Otherwise, I don't know. It looked like the timing was really good for Bait. They had a bomb site. They had 1 player that they had isolated onto that site. Nikados did get a kill right as the smokes were going up, so that's a bit unfortunate. You see the smoke landing right in front here, but he had a second to get the kill on Amster beforehand. But really, you could see the assist there from Nikados and Roy, throwing in some nades on top.
Fasher as well.
Yeah, Fasher as well. So great grenades to really stop bait from coming through. Real shame, because otherwise I actually think the strategy to go hard on the A-bomb side, not necessarily a bad one.
They realized that it potentially was a one and done, that situation didn't go their way due to a one odd point. So they're going to post it up again. 3 people currently situated over towards the A-bomb site. Alex deals a little bit of damage inside of mid to Roy as he tries to get aggressive. Into enemy territory. Mezzi. Oh, nice little pickup from there. But on the other side of things, Roy is taken down by Captain Kirker.
Yeah, and Alex very low on health, so you got to be a little bit careful. Nikodos waiting for the smoke to fade. He's going to surely edge out this kill. Should be easy. Owner goes down, and no real incentive for Nikodos. He's waiting, I think, for a flashbang from a teammate. There it comes, and the follow-up swing behind it. They're going to try and use a Molotov to force him into the AWP, and Wrinkle is right there.
Works.
Good use of utility, but still, look at the health that's left here. Not a lot for the bait side.
No, it helps out Crims as well, right, with the M4. I mean, single bullets onto both of them. Less powerful weapon on the side of the CTs right now. The other 2 being AKs on Fasher and Mezzi, but they're just trying to get this mid control, and Wrinkle is looking for it as well. Let's see what he can find. A lot of damage, but no frag. And Crims, even though he's low, still just going for these swings. And he's been so good in this entire series.
Yeah, Crims must have one of the most consistent careers of all time. Usually, he never really has been a highlight player, but just the steady output game after game, it's so impressive that he's still going.
Did you hear the Crim stat from earlier?
No.
About how long he's been playing on Fnatic? 8.5 years.
Yeah.
It's 3,120 days. It's like actually insane how long he's been round and about on Fnatic.
How did the old LGB line up? Legendary for a minute, along with Olaf and some of the other guys back then. It was beautiful.
I feel like there was some extra words in the end of that one, but
probably.
good job production for cutting away from that at the moment that they did. It's going to be round number 9, and it's going to be a full buy from both sides. Nikodos back on the AWP. AWP not to be found for bait.
No, they're going to have to wait that out a little bit. Headed towards the B bomb side of 2 players on the Fnatic side, 2 in middle and 1 over the A ramp. So, Wrinkle, if anyone makes a mistake here, he is so ready if they just waltz onto the bomb site. Nikodos set up way in the back, but they do have some nades. They should be flashing him or smoking him out of this position. So they're just going to peek him, and he still misses the shot. That's unbelievable. Mezzi trying to bring it back in a huge double headshot, but just as he looks away, Owner comes in for the flank. It is still a 3-on-3 as they run through the smoke. This is super dangerous. And Captain Kirker's on the other side. Fesher ahead of his team, and he's going to get dropped. And now that smoke, it should make it impossible. They have another smoke and a Molotov behind this. There should be absolutely no way Fnatic can even get close to retaking this, and they won't even try. They're going to be walking away. But Nikodos, I don't know where the bullet went, but that is a round he wants back.
Yeah, it looked like 2 people stacked up as well. I mean,
yeah.
I wonder if we can get a replay of that at the end of the round, because that is such an influential kill for him to miss. And I don't even know if I can really blame Nikodos on that one, because if it wasn't hitting the first player, surely it should have hit the second. Instead, it hits absolutely nothing, just explodes in the air. It was a dud.
The thing is, he made his name getting way flashier kills than that, and it must be mentally exhausting to miss a shot like that. Whatever it was that caused it to miss, you just must feel like, come on, this is a shot where they're walking right at me with no real problems. Like, there's no stress. They're not even throwing grenades my way. I don't have to dodge any flashbangs or anything.
Completely dry.
So I feel like that's a bit of an issue.
Yeah, fair enough. I resonate with that emotional check there from Fnatic. That was one of those rounds where something didn't go right. I don't know if I can pinpoint it. Mezzi almost had that amazing comeback there, picking up those 2 clean headshots, but just sideswipe. There was no additional support there.
Here's something else to really think about, right? Even though both these teams are 2-0 right now, and it probably feels pretty good. You're like, all right, we're almost at the major. We've almost qualified. The truth is, if you lose this game, especially if you lose it to some silly misses like the one that we just saw from Nikodos, you could be in a position where you go down and you play potentially even a stronger team than Bait. You could end
Faze or Navi.
Faze or Navi, for example. You could end up not qualifying at all, and suddenly all of these rounds, again, they're going to be playing in the back of your mind for months to come. So you don't want to experience that. You just want to qualify right now and dodge the potential heartache of that. Roy goes down in the middle of this round. Beta having a really fiery start to Ancient, as we kind of did predict that they might have. They're feeling at home on this one. Scoreline is 5-4 in their favor, but they're not far off of getting a 6th round, I think, and the money would be running out at that point for Fnatic.
Yeah, this 5-4 scoreline doesn't tell the entire story either, right? I mean, this seems like it's a lot closer, but these have kind of been spur-of-the-moment rounds for Fnatic. Those first 2 opening rounds, they found the pistol, and then they found the kind of force buy round after that as well, which makes sense. But then it's all been on the shoulders of B8, and well, let's see what else they can do. Gap in the smoke. Messi wants to take advantage of this sort of stuff. He's such a clinical player when it comes down to his own deployment of smokes. And, well, here comes the team flash to be able to help him out as well. And Alex, he's taken down, Captain. He's on the sidelines. Now we're in this 4 versus 4 situation. Can Fnatic take advantage of this?
Yeah, mutiny on the B-bomb side. That's not acceptable. Owner's very low on health. So is Wrinkle, but he's still able to pick up the kill. They need to enter right now. Fasher with a quick double. It's the headshots coming through. Crims as well. He leaves Alex alone in the wall bang from the other side. They didn't even bother to face him. They just straight up banging through the wall. That's beautiful. Some cautious high fives are being put out here from the Fnatic side. But that was a much needed retake.
Yeah, you're completely right. I mean, it's the cautious handshake, sorry, the cautious like high fives are quite funny. It's like, cool, we won that round. We probably shouldn't have won that round, but it happened. Don't worry about it. Fasher did an amazing job entering there. The fact that he just came through the smoke, they thought it was completely clear bait, but instead Fnatic just go a little bit aggro, and they do manage to snatch that round away. Hero AK for Alex. Don't know if this was dropped over by a teammate, but I mean, it's pretty raid bossy.
Yeah, I like it. I think this is pretty sick. Again, they've been putting on a lot of pressure. Oh my God.
Talking about sick, Anders. Dear Lord, Wrinkle.
Yeah, forget about the AK. That's all you needed. Oh, they're going to try and silent boost their way down again to not give anything away. But yeah, even if you lose this round, if you just get probably 1 kill with the AK, it's almost close to being worth it in terms of how much money you could take away from Fnatic. Keep the pressure on that CT side economy. That's all they're looking for here. Mezzi, he's at a good angle. Wedged up against the wall, and they're right in front again. They don't really have the nades to do anything with it. They're going to fight him out in the open, and it's a stinger headshot. He's looking for the ace, and he's almost got it. A headshot away from taking down Wrinkle, but what a brave hold from Messi.
Manages to find himself 2 kills in that round, Wrinkle. 1 over towards that A-bomb site in the form of Nikodos, and then Messi as well, just kind of harpering away that ace that he was on the hunt for. You know what? If there's one player, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. If there's one player that you want to get a Nico frag on right now, it's Nikodos, who's already not had the best series. If he's able to just force that tilt just a little bit more,
absolutely,
it's going to just compound even further. He's only on 3 kills right now, 12 rounds deep.
Yeah, outside of the game of Counter-Strike, we don't encourage bullying on any level, but inside of the game,
go for it.
Absolutely. You want to try and see if you can destroy your opponent's psychological state, try and make them feel as weak as possible, because that's how you win. And right now, Nikodos is definitely feeling that. He's having a really, really tough series. 3-8 right now. And we'll see if he can make it back. It's possible. And it's part of being a professional player is somehow taking a deep breath. Very often it's sort of between maps or in halftime breaks. You have to find a way to get back into the game. It's so important, because you can't have a whole career and never have a bad game. That's going to happen.
It's impossible.
So you need to figure out how to get out of those states of minds and try to get back into it. Under a minute now. They're set up outside of the B-bomb site. They're kind of making sure no one is walking through middle or over at the A site. That's kind of why one of their players, I think, Amster, is hanging out on that side, but otherwise, the rest of them are ready to go at a moment's notice.
Crims is doing the same thing as well. All of this information, the fact that there's no one on A, guys rotate over to B. Mezzi, I don't know how on earth he gets away with that one. Manages to take down Owner, but here comes the rotation coming on through from Crims. Does manage to find Amster, that one player over from that A-bomb site. Alex is looking to be able to bring this round back to life. Oh, Roy taken down. Alex does drop down to 30, 3 HP. 33 would have been a miraculous situation for him. Nikodos is going to be here on the swing, looking for this opening kill, but there's no one to be found. Smoke going to go down to be able to block out Dig. Are they going to be able to win this one? I mean, the smokes, the mollies, it's possible. Wrinkle, oh my God. If he pulled the trigger, it would have been over and done with. He's going to jump on through. He misses the shot on Nikodos. Oh, but Alex, oh, he saves the round. Ooh, squeaky bum time, we call that one in the UK. That was a little bit too close for comfort.
It was. There was a Molotov that they threw at him at the ramp, so he obviously had to wait that out with the 3 points of health that he had. But once it was gone, he managed to walk right in there. I can't believe Crims lived through that fight, because he just ran into T-Spawn with his knife out, but he still managed to drop behind the pillar and get out. Good job on Alex, and a frustrating loss for Fnatic in this round. They felt like they maybe could have done it. Tied up scoreline, but again, the money is gone for Fnatic, and it seems like Bait have figured it out. They rush straight onto the site, trusting in themselves, and gonna lose one to Mezzy. Threats are gonna be cleaned up right quick.
Sorry, did that round even start?
No.
It's done already.
We're
What's
done.
happened there?
Speed running it now on the T side, of course.
They want to go home. They want to go back to the hotel, just chill. They're like, look, we want to go 3-0 in Legends and get to Legends, please. I mean, they want to go 3-0 in Legends as well. But yeah, we just want to chill for the next couple of days. Explore Denmark.
And again, the opposition that you could be facing, if you don't win this match, I mean, there's so much riding on it. That comfortable position of being 2-0, it can very, very quickly, down in that 2-1 bracket, can feel very, very different. There's no reason to wait this out. Just, if you're Bait, that's all you're thinking right here. Do it now before it becomes even more tricky. And they're in the middle, good mid-control right now. Ooh. Fnatic have bought into this round, but if you look at their grenades, they don't have a lot to work with. All right, that's a respectable return. Captain Kirk has done wallbanging for a second.
You wallbang me or wallbang you? We're 1-for-1 trader. Why not?
Eye for an eye kind of morality that we're working with.
True. Links back to the pirate thing as well.
Exactly right.
Molly being used, expended. There is one more on the side of Fnatic in the form of Fascia. Need to make sure they're not wasting these. Every single thing that they use needs to be important. Is that a smoke? God, that took forever to plume.
Yeah.
And Mezzy, he is going to fall due to it. Captain Kirker takes him down just as it pops in his face. This rat from Alex is awesome. Being able to take down Nikodos once again, or down, and the taps there from Crims. Holding on to this A bomb site with his life.
Well, they're all three coming through for the donut right now. That's interesting. Crims is going to be able to hear it. I think he's smartly waiting for his teammates. He might try to get just one kill here, but he's not on the bomb site fighting to the death. He's saying, yeah, I'm just going to stay alive and we'll try and go for the 3-on-3 retake of the Roy. He gets shot instantly. Wrinkle is there. Captain Kirker going down next, and Fashar comes in. It's the perfect time for it. All on Amister. Good. One bullet to take him down, and he drops Crims as well. Absolutely expert play. Man, that is a close round, and I think you just see Crims' experience shining through. The fact that he knew that they were going to be coming through the donut, and still he decides, you know what, instead of fighting them and maybe dying on the bomb site, I'm gonna keep the 3-on-3 intact and try and play for that. He's such a smart player.
Yeah. Big brain Crims. Does come down to that 1 versus 1, and Amster, I mean, he's had these situations before now. We've seen it on Nuke where he's able to come out on top in these high-pressure environments, and now he's able to do it here on Ancient as well, and it's secured the half for his squad moving into round number 15, and everyone on the side of Fnatic is falling to the wayside.
Obviously, the 15th round, they've got no choice but to force whatever they could. It's not a lot, and the MP9s in the middle aren't doing anything. Nikodos with a headshot, and Messi gets a kill. Somehow, we're back into a 3-on-3. Unclear how Bait didn't just manage to escape the middle. It feels like they should have been possible with the bomb plant to follow up. They're going to get flanked through the A tunnel here, although Amster is looking for it. But he's going to be pretty close to the MP9. That could have gone horribly wrong.
It really could have, but Amster knows what's up. Holds the angle, flicks well. Nikodos. Good for 1 Big in this round, and not able to find the second until the second fight. It is going to be a 10th round now for Bait. Oh dear, this could get very, very spicy as we move on to the second half. We'll be back after this short break.
U2 getting traded. Face flash through, just nothing. Still Carrigan run and gun. FPL there to respond. Trapped by a Molotov, but he takes 2 heads with him. Can't make up his mind. How is he still here? FPL with a statement triple and keeps this map and series in Navi's pocket. They are truly legends, and 2 kills from that.
Yeah, man, after that from MPL, this should be done. This should be it. This should be Navi going on to Legends, man. Crazy. That is such a high-pressure situation. Those are the kind of moments that even the veterans fumble in, right? Because there's just so much going on. But MPL walks a fine line. Mad scientist versus confidence, and he cooks something up down at the bottom of ramp. Now this 4v2 is all Navi need to finish off. And they make it to the Legend stage at the Paris Major in a 2-0 fashion over Faze Clan. Revenge from the Pro League. And there it is, 16-11. Navi get it done.
Absolutely legendary BO3 for Navi. A statement back on Inferno, and they go forth and finish it in 2, all while floating a map that this core has never ever played in that decider of Vertigo. We will not see it, but it's in the back of every team's mind who takes on the apparent 7-map pool roster of Navi. For Faze, not the best day in the office, but they've got 2 more chances to make it through in the BO3s.
Yeah, we don't have to play the violins for Faze Clan yet, right? It's not like this is over. It's not like the dream's dead or anything. They're still in that 2-1 spot in the brackets. They still have plenty of chances here, but that was more so just to home in on Navi. Such a convincing win with MPL shining bright in the first map, keeping up appearances by the third. It's a very even spread, oh sorry, second. It's a very even spread across Ancient. And so
Welcome back, everybody. It is the final map here between Bait and Fnatic. We're on Ancient. The winner will qualify to the Legend stage of the Blast Paris Major. And right now, that is looking great for Bait, which is, I just can't believe I'm saying it, but it is true. They have kind of been surprising everyone. I mean, a couple of people are in the know. A couple of people keep an eye on that tier 2 scene. Credit to those people. That's great. Keep doing it because it's exciting to watch at the moment. Fnatic, they're on the back foot right now, down 3 rounds, a 9-6 scoreline at the end of it. They need to win this pistol round. They need to revitalize the team, and so far they've picked the right bomb side.
Wow, the Unicorn odds completely swapped from what we saw at the beginning of this series. Bait now, the strong favorites, and Crims is going to get taken down by Owner as they go for this wrap all the way. Everyone's here. Nikodos is looking to do some damage here onto Alex, but now they just have to force the push.
Captain Cooker, he's got a smoke and a kit as well. If they can create the space, he can run right on there, and all of the pressure is going to be on Fnatic. There we go, smoke on top of the bomb. Oh, this is a nightmare. I don't think they can even get here. They're trying. Oh, they found the shot through Roy. Another headshot as he takes down Owner, and somehow, there we go. Hamster's picked up the kit again inside of the smoke. They're not finding it. 0.6 seconds as Mezzi saves Fnatic and possibly the map as well. They absolutely needed to win this round, and they do.
He can say that one again. That pistol round was so important for Fnatic, and they find it, but oh my lord, that got way too close for comfort. They only just killed the second diffuser. The mindset from Amsa there to be able to push through the smoke, to jump onto his teammate's body, grabbing that defuse kit again and being like, you know what, the only chance we've got here is me defusing this, we getting the additional bonus, and then securing the round. Instead, Fnatic find themselves the 7th, they force up into this one, and Bait, well, they just stay down on the pistols.
Yeah, we'll grief for you later. Right now, just give me that defuse kit, and let's see if we can win the round. 0.66 seconds left on that defuse. That is way too close. But again, they picked the right bomb site. Not going to find any real opposition here. So a reasonable shot at the moment for Fnatic to even out the scoreline a little bit, starting to feel a little bit better about all of it. And actually, yeah, Bait looked like they're going to be showing up. Might be following that philosophy of not giving the T side the win of the bomb, but just kind of like sacrificing everyone.
Coming.
Yeah, why not?
Close to getting a couple of kills.
Yeah.
A couple of people down to around that 20 HP mark. So, yeah, certainly a little bit closer than Fnatic would have liked. So, losing a couple of players, but they do keep all 5 alive. That's what's most important. Yeah, nice opening there from Roy. The fact that he ensures that damage limitation is done. No 1Ds to be found from that single bought-up upgraded pistol. And now we move into round number 18 with Fnatic now just 1 round away from leveling this out with bait, but it's a full buy round from the CT side.
Oh, Crims, he keeps going even though he's down to 1 point of health. He just got blown up in the middle, but he's managed to make his way through into the red room, and he's going to keep on going to CT. Well, no one's there. They don't know. This is a disaster right now for the CT side. They could get locked out of the A-bomb side, but from the other side, basically, they've swapped positions at the moment. What a ridiculous round.
Yeah, this is a bit odd. I mean, the smoke is now going to plume. I'm surprised Amster didn't just rush on through before that popped. Crims has kind of orchestrated all of this on 1 HP. He's limping around on the bomb site, and he's still able to ensure that, well, this round is going to go, at least in a bomb-planting sense, to the way of Fnatic. However, this is now a 5-on-5 retake situation.
Yeah,
but bait needs to find an opening before they can even think about it. They find 2.
Yeah, they don't have much to do with it. 1 flashbang, basically. Mezzi hiding in the corner. Even this, they could right now, ironically, get baited into going for the retake. They don't have a lot. They don't have a kit either. This is super risky. Molotov right on top to stop it. And yeah, just like we outlined, this could be the result. This could just be every rifle that they have gone. Alex making a run for it, trying to get outside of the blast radius. But it's Fnatic tying up the scoreline, and I understand calling a 5-on-5 save is very, very difficult. It's maybe even possible when you get the first 2 kills to start the retake with, but to be honest, given the positions that they were in, they were probably very likely to never win that round.
No, you're completely right. As you mentioned, it was kind of like roles were reversed. You had this setup from the T side on the A-bomb site, akin to what a CT would be when they're waiting for defense. Instead, it was a full retake from those 5 CTs, and it just didn't work out in their favor. Great presence of mind for Mezzi to chuck that Molotov down, though, just knowing that he wouldn't be able to continue taking the swings, the fights, just chucks it down. And, well, of course, as we could see, the diffuser was on 8 HP, so it was a, perfect call.
And an inspirational round for Crims. For all of you out there, if you ever get tagged down to 1 health, don't think you're out of the round. Don't think that you can't do anything. Walking through, clearing the path. He had a teammate with him, but Crims is kind of under no pressure to do anything apart from just being the guy to see if anyone is there. If he walks in and gets killed, his teammate behind him has great information to get the refrag, so they're going to be fine on that front. Scoreline is 9-9, and we're in the 19th round. Money is with Fnatic, and bait, they do have this one M4 that they're playing around with. Got to be very careful. That's all they have at the moment.
Jesus, Alex, it's a bit aggro, but Crims actually is going to punish both of them. Wrinkle and Alex trying to push through that early smoke just to be able to stifle any form of T-sided aggression. And actually, it kind of allows the CTs to push on through to their deaths. There goes both of your rifles. Crims now looking for a little bit more, finds himself a 3rd kill in the round. The execute goes out onto this A-bomb site. Amster, he is going to be safe from the Molotov, looking for a clean 1D, but it's actually going to be Kirka who finds one. Amster finds another. They're not going to be able to win this round, but if they can make it expensive for Fnatic, then sure, moral victory, I suppose.
Yeah, and get that AK picked up and into the next round. I don't know if Amster is in a position to do too much, but yeah, they sent him 4 in the middle if he can make it past Donut. I kind of doubt it the way that this has been set up, but I can understand why he wants to give it a shot. I mean, it's the best chance that he has at the moment. Sneaking on in, and a little bit of damage, but no more rifles going to be carried on over just Captain Kirker at the moment. It will be a 10-9 scoreline. So Fnatic are going to take the lead after a fairly miserable first half, but this is a good job right now.
Yeah, looking good on this T side, and no gaps in the approach as of yet. 3 bodies surviving for Fnatic, getting those double digits, getting the AK through to the next round, building up that T-side economy as well is even better. I do believe we're going to have a 4-buy round now from Bait off the back of that one.
Good player.
So a level playing field. Let's see if Bait can bring this game back level and back underneath their control.
they need to, right? 0 rounds so far in the second half. It's early days. It's not necessarily a disaster, but it's been 4 in a row for Fnatic, so they are starting to feel a little bit of a momentum boost. And if they can't keep the economy under control here, this is such a sick play as well. Crims, if anyone is pushing out from that Jaguar tunnel, they're not going to be expecting to get shot in the back that quickly, or they can very easily overlook it. They've slowed it down, so they're not pushing forward, but that's what that display is designed for Crims. He wants to catch someone swinging against his teammates that are down on the ground. Oh, wow.
Nice angle there for Mezzi. Yeah, wow, gets the second one as well.
क्यों push कर रहे हो यार by round है? Why are you doing this?
Neither can deal with the UK prowess of Mezzi. He clears out this A bomb site. Potentially trying to force a fake, force a rotate over from Bait. Of course, we know they're not going to bite. They are instead continuing to stack up on this B site. But now, Mezzi's realised, well, actually, they're not rotating. Yeah, guys, just head over here. This is free.
A very VP approach to playing the CT side. I think this makes a lot of sense. If, for whatever reason, Fnatic decided to launch themselves onto the B-bomb side, then maybe you have a shot at defending the 3-on-5. But stretching yourself out across the map doesn't really make any sense here. Like, I don't know what they could have accomplished by doing that. So, what a round for Mezzi, holding that angle and getting both the kills and securing the bomb side. That's all you really need.
Job done. Check the box. Owner on the angle. Smoke goes in. Gets a little bit of chip damage onto Crims. I mean, with the current economy situation for Fnatic, they are going to be going hunting for this. Crims, though blind, still just spamming on these pre-aimable corners. Around about 5 to 6 seconds remaining for them to be able to hunt these down before the bomb goes off. And then a couple of seconds after as well, they're going to wait for it to go off, see if it weakens anyone up. And no, actually, they realise with Fasha dying, it's not worth us committing any further.
Yeah, I think you could have made an argument either way that they could have thrown more players in there, but obviously if you lose too many, there is a point at which you start to say it's not worth it any longer, and you don't obviously know how that's going to play out until you actually do it. So Fnatic playing it a little bit safely there, not giving up their own economy too much. Another timeout been called by Bait to try and figure out how do we do something here on the CT side. I like the attempt to try and push middle, and in the previous round they tried to push that the A lane. I think that's all good. I appreciate it. They got blown up, but it's kind of showing that they're not just settling into this defeated mentality. They really are trying to switch this defense as much as you could have hoped for, and hopefully behind the timeout they can keep it up, because if you suddenly feel like you're just stuck and you run out of ideas, you've probably already lost the match. So just keep doing what they're doing. You have to keep trying.
Adapting the mindset of a good defense is a better offense.
Yeah, that's what you need.
CT's getting aggressive in those previous rounds, and now a much more standard setup. 3-man stack over towards B, 2 inside of Jag, 1 on the site. Donut being controlled, but that doesn't matter, not when no one's over inside of mid or presenting towards A. Owner is looking to get aggro here, spam through the box, no one to be found. Roy says, you can do it, I can do it better, actually find some damage onto him.
Such a standoff. Ooh. I was going to say the standoff is between Nikodos and Wrinkle, but Fesher decides to show up and cancel it all and help with an AK. It was all Zop for a minute over on that side. Alex, he's been playing very, very well at the moment, but they are starting to rotate their way back through T-spawn. How much could Alex do? He's a little bit late on the spray. In fact, Amster going to try and take over, but Crims will be able to trade that one as well, and that's all they need.
Save.
Yeah, instantly.
They can't commit any further into this one. Nikodos does fall off the angle just the wrong moment. Might be able to find himself another kill if he stayed there for just a hair longer, but instead, they're just going to make sure that they can keep 4 people alive, continue building up that already bolstered economy from the Ts.
It feels like right now, Alex and Amster are playing pretty decent, but they need one of the other 3 players, either probably Wrinkle or Captain Kirk, the way that things have been playing out historically for this team. They need one of those 2 players. Could be Owner as well, but he's a little bit further behind. Somebody has to be there for the trio to work out, because on the other side, you've got Mezzi on 22 kills, you've got Crims on 17, and Fashar at 14. So they have a really nice trio that's already doing work over on that side. Somebody has to match it, or Bait will keep running into this kind of problem. 12-9 going to be the scoreline after this.
Yeah, just 4 rounds away from securing this map. 4 rounds away from securing this series, and 4 rounds away from the legend stage for Fnatic. Double flash goes over. Captain Kirker does not want to take the fight. Well, actually, it looks like he does, actually. He wants to go for the swing. I think they spot out Owner at just the last moment, but he's not going to be able to get a shot off, and he is going to be safe, taking that AWP through to the next round. He's going to hand that off to Wrinkle, who has certainly been the better of the two AWPers in this series, but I mean, we've also seen when Nikodos grabs a rifle instead of the big green, he's actually able to do quite a lot of damage as well, so set yourself up on that, set yourself up on a bomb site that way instead. Still going to be involved. Timeout going to be used, the final one from Bait. They realize the situation they're in now, Anders.
Yeah, it started to sink in. What a beautiful jiggle from Prashant to get that opening on Wrinkle over that bomb. That was really, really well played. That's the kind of sort of micro movement, that's the sort of cutting edge stuff that it requires you play so much Counter-Strike to have that be second nature, but it works really well. The right-hand peak as well, so a little bit of an advantage there. 22nd round. Fnatic are 4 rounds away from qualifying to the Legends stage, and that would be huge for the organization. I have no doubt they would be elated if they can post that on their social medias later. Nikodos again boosted up. I don't think anyone knew they were there last time. It's close though. And the SMG is not just a double kill, but the bomb down in front. What a disaster.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. The flash there from Crims actually works against his teammates, and it's going to be the MP9 from Captain Kirker who's able to pick up the pieces in the round. Mezzi going to be able to find that aggressive captain. In a 4v2 situation. Bomb in no man's land. This is just finding frags now. It's basically a DM server.
Definitely don't want to see him push through the smoke there.
Not at all.
I feel like it's very likely that they still win this round, but sometimes all it takes is one little slip up, and they have enough time as well. You see Crims is on this massive marathon running into CT spawn. Owner is burning. I don't know to what. What is doing this much damage? All right, they take down Mezzi, and at the very least, that should give them some peace of mind.
Yeah, looks like Mezzi just shut the molly onto the site and was like, okay, I'm going to go now, which is kind of odd considering how much information Crims gained there. I feel like the timing should have been, maybe the communication a little bit better there, just to be able to wait for Crims to actually get through CT spawn, be in a position to be able to back them up. It sounds like, if my audio ears are trained now, a timeout being called, and well, this would lead us towards Fnatic. Makes sense, right? Seemed like a little bit of a sloppy one from them.
Yeah, it does. I mean, everything is on the line right here for both teams.
No mistakes. Not at this point.
Absolutely not. You've given yourself a huge gift if you're going to be able to pick up this map and just watch the rest of this crazy qualifier play itself out.
There's actually a history of Mezzi being the top fragger in games and then Fnatic losing. So,
oh dear.
Is this an omen of Mezzi being at the top with 23 kills, not only on his team but on the server as well? No one else posting numbers like that as of yet. Let's see if he can continue this momentum and if the rest of the team can kind of build up from the path that he's laid. Still a 2-round advantage here for Fnatic. They have a full buy coming into this, and Crims, oh my god, there's a lot of damage, but it's not enough to be able to find those 2 kills, and it's aggro here from Roy to be able to gain the site control on B. Smokes go down.
This is going to be a very hard retake.
Very difficult.
If they get the rest of the T's here, look at how many nades they have. I think this is probably smart for Bait. They've realized walking through the choke point over on that side is just not worth it. So instead they go for the middle. It's also risky, but at least they won't get grenaded out quite in the same fashion. You can see that right now Fnatic are still committing smokes towards CT spawn and Molotovs as well, but they found it out. Nikodos, great spot and a great follow-up flick, a huge double, and that's all they need. Amster is practically dead already, and Captain Kirker is trying to retake this one, but Messi won't let him, instantly shutting it down. And Amster caught just looking at his rifle. That is a very, very huge opening created by Roy, just getting that entry. That was absolutely sick. And then I think Bait realized instantly, we can't go through that pathway. It's a giant choke point where they're going to get grenaded.
Yep. Your window opportunity had closed substantially. I mean, this is really nice from Amster and Alex there inside of mid to be able to find Crims, but that in of itself opened up that opportunity. It was like, okay, we've got 2 people inside of mid now. This is now a 4 versus 3 committing over towards this B bomb site. Let's just go for it. It was instant reflex from them to be able to read that situation and just send it.
13-10. Last bit of cash from the Bait team thrown into this one. If they can't win this round, Fnatic are in a very, very comfortable position.
It's don't want to call it too early, but if they lose this round, there's a safe assumption that Fnatic win this, right? I mean, 13 to 10, they gain the 14th round, then they almost guarantee that 15th because there's no buy from Bait here. So, while we do still have 3 rounds for Fnatic to win, this is almost series point.
It's getting dangerously close.
Utility नहीं है ना यार.
It's not going to be able to spot anyone in the middle, but even that is decent information to play with. Just gives them something to work with. In fact, he's going to decide to take a look.
Nikidos has found a lot of success on this boost. Round and round again, and he's going to be able to take down Captain Kirko, an influential figure in the previous maps for Bait. Been a little bit quiet on this one, but still putting up a couple of numbers. So losing him early on is not going to be great. Owner through the smoke, spams but finds nothing. Bomb going to be planted. The rotate coming on in from Alex on the sidelines. Can they secure this bomb site? I mean, Fnatic have actually fallen back from this one. They're waiting. They're welcoming the push.
Amster really needs to think about how he uses this smoke, because there is a Molotov left on the Fnatic side. So if he uses it not on the bomb, that could be a nightmare. There we go, right on top, trying to defuse inside. They hear it already, lined up. Oh, it's still defusing, and there we go. They follow it through. All the kills go Fnatic's way, but they didn't manage to tag the guy that was actually defusing. The rest of Bait just throwing themselves in front of him. Doesn't matter, just defending the presidency in there.
I think
absolutely.
100% get down, Mr. President, because I think we might even see it in the replay. Nikidos kills Alex, but he legs the diffuser through him, meaning that he's not going to die from that single shot. It just doesn't collide him in time. Oh my god, and then Crims, just as the final player is running away. Yeah, Fnatic realize what sort of situation they're in right now. Final timeout of the series being used.
Yeah, but they've also built themselves a sick round here, because when you win a round like this on the CT side, but you lose every single player, you're economically in a really bad spot.
Still not great.
Yeah, still not great. So Fnatic, obviously, they wish they could have got that kill for the smoke, but having not done that, I still think they're going to be able to say, okay, that's still fine. We're still in a really strong position. You could see with the result, 2 from us, 1 MP9, not that many nades to really talk of. This is what a horrible position to be in.
Quite a few of them being expunged already. I mean, we've seen smokes been used in the CTs. We've seen Molotovs used as well, and we're less than 15 seconds into this round. Owner, a lot of ground being gained here by himself and Captain Kirko. Crims falls off the angle just the wrong moment, and he's getting caught. Oh, they might be able to lynch him, but they do fall away towards that B-bomb site instead of continuing the push to mid.
Yeah, Crims taking some liberties here. Gonna get pop flashed around the corner, but
nobody home.
Yeah, Kirko's nowhere to be found. They're very active on the Bait side, and that's because of the lack of grenades. They know that they can't defend the bomb site. Instead, they're going to group up in the middle. It's a nice opening. Do they realize that Crims is here? They got to be very careful. Captain Cook is walking up right behind him. Good shot there for Crims, but he should get shot to the back any second. There we go, and Alex! They lined up right in front. This is huge. Bait are trying to keep the dream alive and trying to see if they can win this map, and this round goes a long way to getting there. Nikidos, he should be dead every single time. Captain Kirk has shown up to save the day.
This has turned from a round which Fnatic lost, which was still pretty good, like you mentioned, for the overall economy of the T side, to, oh, by the way, that could have been the end of the game there, to, oh my god, we're now between 1 round. It's 13 to 12.
They have good economy.
Very close to drawing this level.
I think this is a perfect round to illustrate that tier 2 focus, because a lot of teams, even if they knew better, would just default into trying to hold the bomb sites. Kind of default, even with no grenades. Just like, oh, let's see what happens. Maybe we just trust in the aim. Maybe we hope we can just win the fights because we have the CT side. But I think Bait, from like a theoretical point of view, playing it really well and saying, no, we have to go make this an unfair fight by grouping up 4 people in the middle. And it worked. They did get the kills they wanted and put all the pressure on Fnatic. So, almost a trade as Captain Kirk nearly getting wallbanged down, but he's still here. And a 4-on-5 ensues.
Yeah, Crims a little bit overzealous inside of mid there. Does get picked off by Wrinkle. God, the spams continue. And, I mean, they trade over the AWP to the low HP Kirk. Means jacket, by the way. It's an interesting one. Captain Jacket.
Oh, is that what it means?
Yeah, well, that's the translation at least, yeah.
Okay.
Don't know if there's a hidden meaning behind that. We'll have to find out at some point. But
yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't really make me any wiser. Captain Jacket. Either way, I like the name.
It's a good name.
It has a very good ring to it, so I appreciate it. As long as we're not forced to say 023 at the end, I'm okay with it.
That'll be in the T's and C's of using his name at some point, won't it?
Coming up. Here we go. 35 seconds. Grenade score. This is very one-dimensional. Fnatic, they rush right into a great counter flash that was coming out. Nikodos is going to get a kill. Messi also got a headshot. He's getting kills all the time, and it is somehow a 2-on-3 with about 20 seconds. They go straight for the bomb plant, and they'll get it as well. Yeah, this is great for Fnatic right now. They have pretty decent positions here, but Wrinkle's going to be trying to come round on the sidelines. Roy trying to ensure that they aren't actually picked off here. Still trying to play defensively. Nikodos finding that kill onto Captain Kirk, and now on a 2 versus 2. And the one thing he needs to do, he didn't do. Oh, you need to look behind you for a moment. You held it for so long, and then just when you needed it the most, you look away. And Wrinkle, I'm almost a little bit surprised he went straight for the spam. That did give a shot for the second player on the T side to turn around, but you know what? It doesn't really matter. What a round out of him. He gets the opening, picks up a rifle at the end, and gets both the last 2 kills. Really, really sick. And the pressure is on now. Fnatic, they're feeling it. The game is tied up once again, 13-13. And yeah, they had such a moment in time, Fnatic here, where they could have walked right up to the finish line. And now instead, I don't know. Neither team has very much money to work with. Every round from here on out is going to be painful. Such a pivotal round here, because this could dictate the outcome of this game. Whoever can grab this 14th and keep players alive, that's important. Kirkut swings onto the corner. Takes down Nikodos, takes down Fasher. Taking matters into his own hands as he takes down the 2. Trades him straight back. Krim's finally coming back alive. Smoke gonna go down. Bomb soon to be planted by Mezzi, but he's a little bit too far out right now. If they would have got back on that B-bomb site, that's probably a lost round, but Roy catching 2 of them. The grenade, they walked right into it, and a follow-up shot from Mezzi in taking down Alex. It's all on Amster. He's alone here, and at the edge of the smoke, Roy will shut it down. And look at how fired up they are, and they should be. Roy, he just dragged them out of the fire and back into the comfort zone of being at 14-13. And again, no rifles saved. Bait are in trouble very, very fast. These 2 opening kills from Captain Kirk were amazing, but the fact that Roy just goes, no, I'm not having this, goes out onto the side, takes them down, and able to find Amster as well, as the smoke just doesn't cover his entire body. Look, they realize how big of a loss that round was. Yeah. And now look at the buys. They have to force buy here to be able to realistically force the issue. They need this 14th round. Yeah, it's a temperamental difference. You can either force buy or you can try and play for overtime, and I don't think there's a right or a wrong necessarily, but Bait are saying, no, we're not going to let you get to 15. We'll shock the world and get this round instead. 3 for Mars, 1 Deagle, and at 157 there on Alex. I don't know, it could be done. They've won the round. Yeah, that's how it works, right? That is how it works, although Fashar is in great position. He's had some great aim as well. 17 kills on him after those 2, and the patience, a good fundamental counter-strike come up for Fnatic. They know that Bait are under pressure. It's not unsurprising that they're pushing, and they're ready for it. Fashar has pretty much won the round here. What a great recovery. That last round still shocks me. That's a 5-1-3. It only stays a 5-1-3 for like 3 seconds. Yeah. But that's going to be replaying in the minds of those Bait players afterwards, because they almost had it. If they could get back into cover, that's probably it. If Roy can't catch them, they probably win the round. Exactly that. There's a world in which Captain Kirker stays on that angle and fights Roy and just delays him by a moment for the backup there instead of falling back. Realistically, falling back after that is 100% the correct play. Statistically, he's right in doing that, but I suppose in practice, it's not all on paper, is it? Yeah, life isn't statistics in that sense. No, it's not. All 5 people surviving here from Fnatic Anders. The money is in tatters for Bait. And they've just got this Famus on Ono with the half armor as well. Yeah, almost try and look for a kill, see if you can upgrade that to an AK. He is probably still going to be found here. It feels like they're going to keep going. Hunting. They don't have a lot of reason not to. They've checked almost the rest of the map, but I appreciate the fact that they have 1 guy who's still listening for the defuse. Yep. Just in case, again, that's that experience coming into it from the Fnatic side. Out of all the ways you could end up losing this game, a Ninja Diffuse in the 28th round wouldn't be quite good. And that's worth it. It doesn't matter how many they lose. Fashion so fired up. I love it. I mean, I'm with PS2. That 3K basically won the entire round. They're all headshots as well. This little cringe little headshot angle. Oh, it's cheeky, but it works so well. And Fashion loves it.
This is basically now going to be the final round. We see sub 2K on at least 2 players for Bait here. We see 3 players around that 2K mark. Look at the Byanders. Oh, they're dejected. It's 2 MP9s, 2 5.7s, and a Deagle. I mean, miracle rounds happen, but my God, it would be the miracle of miracles to see it now. At a 15-13 scoreline, they need 2 in a row. Amster's going to be the first point of contact. Does he find anything? It's 1, it's 2. He's given them a lifeline, but their backup needs to be there. And now the rotations come in, but is it too little, too late?
Oh, they got Crims on the other side, and they're waiting for it. Captain Kirko might be instantly dead in this corner. Yep, that's really smart. Fnatic, they have 1 minute and 18 seconds. Instead of charging onto the bomb site and potentially running into a stack for all they know, they wait and see if Crims can't find some of this very high-level play, and I expect nothing less. Again, Crims, he has been a superstar in this last map. There's no question about it. 3-on-3, and now he's at the edge of the smoke. Oh, when that fades, if Owner stays in the position, I think Crims probably wins that fight, but he's going to walk back. In fact, they both will. Oh, it makes a noise. Wrinkle is here and waiting. The bomb is being brought back through T-spawn, but Crims is in a very dangerous position.
I think Owner knows it or not. I think Owner made some noise as well because Crims has recognized, okay, I'm in a weird position now. Finds the one in the form of Owner. Now in this 2 versus 3 situation. And AK has been recovered here by Alex, but he's nowhere to be found. Wrinkle needs to find this 1D onto Crims, but instead it's a little more labored, but does bring it now down to this 2 versus 2. Now a winnable situation, but no kits available for Bait. With the bomb going down, they need this to be swift. They need to get out onto this site, find these 2 kills, and keep them in this best of 3.
Without Crims, they don't even get into this round at all. They can't even get there. But now they've got a real shot at it. Niko's back here. He misses the shot just as he swings. They don't check the corner. And Messi, he gets it. There we go. 16-13. And Fnatic, they make their way to the Legend stage once again.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Amazing from Messi. The patience from him to be able to stand in that corner and just wait. Allow the push there. Gain the information. Find those kills. Fnatic are your second team going to the Legends.
Yeah, absolutely fabulous stuff. I've got to say, looking at Crims throughout this last map on Ancient, it almost brings a tear to your eye, doesn't it? Niko's.
It does bring a tear to Niko's. I don't know if it's the same feeling,
maybe not the same reason, but
thank God that series is over, he's thinking.
I think so. Emotions running high and for good reasons, but the intelligence in Crims' play on this final map is worthy of study. He makes so many decisions that I forgot to say, if you're Bait going back and watching this, you can actually learn just from watching Crims on it. It is so sick.
All 3 maps, he put in a stellar performance.
Yeah.
Vertigo, he was finding so many openings inside of mid. Nuke, he was finding even these situations, even though they lost, he was able to come out on top. And now on this final map as well, I mean, just individual plays. Once again from him, he doesn't need the team surrounding him. He can be that solo information gainer. And it's not just that, it's the frags as well.
Yeah, he knows when to make the play and when to just stand still in the corner and wait for the enemy to make a mistake. And he is right so often. It's very, very impressive.
God, what a crazy best of 3 that was.
Yeah,
amazing way to be able to close out the day. To give you guys an update as well over on the other side of things, it was Navi who also go through to the Legend stage, besting out Faze in a 2-0 fashion. Have a look at the stats of that final map. Messi dropping 28. There it is, a 95 ADR. Things we love to see. God.
This really is the UK buff event for whatever reason. Hard to explain why, but
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
It's really well played. Crims, they're right behind, but again, I've got to say, in terms of impact, it's hard to even judge in the scoreboard. On the other side, they actually were playing really well. Alex and Amster, and I mean, they were not far behind. They could have won this map. There's no doubt about it. So the Bait, they're the real deal. But experience just won out this time.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talked about Messi and his frags. Let's see what he has to say about that in a quick interview.
Messi, you've gone 3-0, brother. First of all, just tell me how you feel.
Man, I don't know. Feel pretty emotional. I don't know. I think I don't really give a fuck about everyone saying about the run that we've had, like who we've played, and yeah, it doesn't mean anything to me. I think in this system, B8, they beat all the good teams that they had to play. So I think for me, it's just 3-0. It's first time for me, and yeah, it's just insane feeling.
And talk me through Bait as well. I mean, they made you